Time for another quick video. This time I'll be interviewed by wootmasterzorsx, and here are his first 10 questions. Number 1. If you ever did a real Let's Play with commentary, not a music walkthrough, what would your first game be? Well, I'll be honest, I have tinkered around with the idea of doing Let's Plays, but you know me, I like to make them different. I have an idea, but it's way too much work, and the time it would take to get done is just ridiculous. What's the idea? Well, I don't want to tell you in case I can actually ever get it done. I want to keep it a surprise. But if I ever did Let's Plays, I would do it with games that are short and that don't have a lot of cutscenes. So something like Mega Man 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Sonic 2, possibly even Banjo-Kazooie. Just something that's simple, something short, something that doesn't take over 10 hours. Okay, next question. What game sequel do you think made the most improvements from the previous installment? I'm betting a couple of you are thinking I'm going to say Mega Man 2. Well, it made a lot of improvements, but it's not the one I think made the most improvements. The one I think made the most improvements is Resident Evil 4. Now, this is the only game in the entire Resident Evil series I've played. It's the only one. And I can tell just from looking at all the other games that it's made a huge amount of progress. The gameplay is different, the graphics are... well, it's always been known for good graphics, but these are the best graphics I've seen from it. It was so good that I eventually had to go check it out. And I think it's the one that made the most improvement in a series. Okay, question number 3. What is your favorite movie? Well, I don't know why that's important, but the entire Star Wars saga, don't ask me for a favorite in particular, let's just say I like the series in general. Favorite animated movie would have to be Shrek 2, and just to throw it in there, The Dark Knight. Yeah, I know, I said I'm not a comic book fan, but even I know about Batman, and man, that movie was just... who doesn't like that movie? Come on, can anybody honestly tell me they don't like it? And if you don't like it, wait till you're a few years older, then you'll like it. Because I bet a couple of this stuff went over your head. Okay, question number 4. What do you think is the most innovative feature you've seen used in a game? Well, there have been a lot of great features. The Rumble Pack, the Transfer Pack, the iToy, the Wiimote and Nunchuck. But gotta give credit where credit is due. One of the most important features I've seen in a video game would have to be the save system. How many of you were alive when save systems weren't there? Can you imagine what games would be like today if they didn't have a save feature? So I definitely have to go with the save feature. Question number 5. What's your favorite genre of games? Well, that would have to be the platformers. Good old classic platforming games. You know, like Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong. Definitely those are my favorite type of genres. The platforming, running around, collecting things, getting from point A to point B. I guess any other favorite genres I have would have to be the space flight series like Star Fox or Star Wars Rogue Squadron series, or the third-person action-adventure games like Battlefront 2 and the Legend of Zelda series. I count those as action-adventure games. I don't really count that as an RPG. I count RPGs where you have to battle in order to level up. Question number 6. What is your favorite machinima? Well, that would probably be the first machinima I've ever seen, which would be Panics, based off of the Fear games. I just thought it was a pretty good parody. I didn't know what it really was until I found out what machinimas were. Yeah, Mallory Wii Station 360 is really good, but this was the first one I've ever seen, so it's gonna be my favorite on the list. If you're going to go check it out right now, just to let you know, it is for a mature audience. Question number 7. Do you think that Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games is better than the original? Well, to be honest, I haven't played the Winter Olympics, and I've heard that the best one is curling. Yeah. Also, I've heard that there's no real single-player depth, they still don't have that much interaction between the characters, and there's no online mode. I know that multiplayer games are usually better with people around you, I know that from experience, because it is, but online mode is just an easier way to get people to play against you, and it's a lot easier to find other people online instead of just having people always come over. Not to mention I've already got a lot of multiplayer games for the Wii, so I think I'll just be saving my money and get some of the more later games that are coming out, like Mario Galaxy 2, and a bunch of other games like that. Okay, question number 8. What is the hardest game you've ever played? Well, I guess the hardest game I've ever played is one that I haven't beaten yet. It's that hard. That would have to be Punch-Out on the NES. Not the new one. The new one is slightly easier, but still hard. The old school NES is just really hard. I still haven't been able to beat it. And you know me, unless I beat a game, I'm not going to review it. So don't ever get your hopes up for that either. Okay, question number 9. What is your favorite movie adaptation of a game? Okay, there really is only one good movie adaptation of a game. Mortal Kombat, the first one. It's the only one decent enough to actually watch. Anything else I'd have to say? Well, if the Pokemon movies count, I'll go with 1, 2, 4, 9, and 12. They don't really stay that close to the game itself, but if it counts, it counts. Finally, question number 10. Would you like to see a remake of Mother 1, Earthbound, or Mother 3? How about a remake of all of them and a re-release of all of them on the Virtual Console or in some kind of collection edition? I haven't been able to play the Earthbound series and I'd like to be able to play it, but trying to find a used copy of it is like $80. They brought Fire Emblem to the United States because of the popularity that Marth and Roy had for Melee, and now that people are more familiar with Ness and Lucas, why not bring back their games? It doesn't make sense. They should be brought back on the Virtual Console, or in a collection edition. And then maybe a few years after, then remake the game.